Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. I rolled. Well, I gotta roll again for something else, but let's play a Umbra melting dregs. Oh, do I want dregs? Well, I mean, that's what I rolled. What's the other option? Random reformation? Could you reform Primordium if Primordium died? Like, is there a card that you can use to kill Primordium that exists in like Melting Remnant or Umbra? Like a torch would be good if you were in the Hellhorn deck. I don't know. This is what I rolled. Let's do it. Dregs are fine early. It doesn't matter. Shroud Spike. Shroud Spike does not work because technically Primordium is not a morsel for cards, except for, okay, it's strange. Technically Primordium is not a morsel. However, there is an Umbra spell called Wretch. It returns eaten units to your hand. Notice it does not say return eaten morsel, it says eaten units. Primordium is not a morsel, but he can be eaten, therefore Wretch will return him, but something like Shroud Mitosis will not copy him because he is not a morsel. Additionally, something like a, where does it say rare cards? There it is. Something like Feast will work on Primordium, but because it doesn't say morsel, it just says units with eaten. So Feast and Wretch will work. Shroud Mitosis won't. Anything else that works on morsels won't. The relic that gives morsels, you know, plus damage shield won't. Seraph the Temperament. Sap. Fell Scourge. 1 damage, explosives on Daedalus. We get damage shield, molded, and excavation eruption. I gotta say, maybe the, I was gonna say maybe the status effects getting copied on Eaten would be good, but what about sap on Seraph? We get super sapped and then we eat, and then we're gonna have like minus 10,000 sap eventually after we get eaten. That seems like a dumb idea. So let's just go for the artifact first. Dude, +3 magic power is amazing. And our champion is gonna be +10 attack. Yes, the status effects eaten could be interesting, but I don't think we want that with Sap Seraph because the negative sap will apply to whatever unit gets eaten, and you know, if we make that unit have like minus 50 sap, they're never gonna attack ever again. But +10 attack is real good. Dun 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 dun. So we're gonna take this. And Spikes 3 honestly does not matter that much. We have dregs. The dregs, if they die on spikes, I don't really care. And we have excavation eruption, so we can definitely get kills on these units as they move up. Only 1 excavation eruption, I think. So we want to start with our, I think, Train Steward getting eaten on the top floor. Slay damage shield is actually really bad with the dregs now that I think about it, but I can at least give them a damage shield. So let's put a Train Steward dreg damage shield on you so you don't die. That's good. We get Plinks! I forgot that this is what we got out of this. This is great. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh, it didn't get wrecked, but you know, we still got it. Some pretty good stuff out of that one. Damage shield +4? It's Mousetraps, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for the resub. Funny seeing you here. A good Reuben sandwich sounds yummy. What? That's not... I guess Reubens are okay. Dude, I hate the damage shield on these guys. This is gonna actually suck. Because of our dregs, they're constantly gonna die on like every single hit. It's like, it doesn't matter how many of these I put out, they're all gonna die. Onto the damage shield. Well, I guess we'll just end. And you still have the 1 damage shield, which is great. You're dying though, but so are we. Now you're not. And now your damage shield is ruined. Ruined, I say, ruined! I do think we'll bring out a dreg though. Yep. And then play another Dreg at the bottom. Now that we've fully eaten, we'll put a Train Steward at the top floor as well. Ah, there's our Excavation Eruption. About damn freaking time. No, play this first. Don't be a fool. It does 23 damage 4 times, which is real freaking good. And then, don't bring back a Train Steward. We have another one of those in the deck. Bring back a Dreg. You're doing some damage, but you're gonna die. We might as well bring you out. Might as well bring you out. Might as well give you a damage shield. You're taking 60. You haven't even made it to my champion floor. You're already dying. I don't know what to do with you. You're dead. That was the easiest fight ever. Wait, where's Champ? He died. Well, no, he got eaten. He did his job, let's say. Add a morsel miner to your hand. Consume. +1 capacity on this floor. We don't really need morsels because we get the champion and the plinks are great. I honestly think like a free space prism is what we want. And do we want a draft? We could build a burnout floor. We could also build a like stealth floor, but we don't want this unit to accidentally get the gorging. I think maybe we'll try to build one molten floor. You had Abe on while sleeping during the stream. Woke up to the Monster Train musical. We don't talk about that anymore. Umbra, unit upgrades on the Umbra. I would like spell upgrades. Excavation Eruption getting cheap would be great. And I do think that a Remnant unit would be real nice. And we do need a good Gorge trigger unit. What's coming up next? Okay, we can go Remnant unit artifact next. We'll do Umbra unit first. I should have checked. But damage shield is very good, except it's Sap Seraph. It's gonna hit 3 times to get rid of the damage shield. Shadow Eater could be a pretty good call. Deal 10 damage to all units on Gorge. Constantly Gorge our main guy. I think we'll go a Crucible Warden here, but it's definitely not my top pick. Endless Crucible Warden. Endless champion, if only. +5, +10, +10. Put this on the draft and then go for a reroll. Multi-strike. I mean, a multi-strike damage shield Crucible Warden is pretty freaking dope. And then a little bit of burnout on the draft is extremely good. Now you're a 40-20 unit. Enemy units appear on each floor. That is not a problem. Plinks, hopefully drawn early, will get some kills. Plinks are great, question mark, says Wordgurg. Plinks are really good because they kill all of these units in one plink. So, blink. There's a couple of morsels, and then we'll put a Crucible Warden, Primordium, Rubble Morsel up here. And I want the Rubble Morsel because we are probably going to... Well, we're probably going to draw an Excavation Eruption pretty soon, but we drew some Plinks instead, which are still pretty good. I mean, I guess I'll play the Dreg and then give you some more damage shield, and then you'll take... I still want the energy, health, attack, and turn. Draft, mold, plink. Dude, I'm loving the plinks. Frickin' fantastic. Give you more attack, and then... I mean, we might as well put the draft out. End turn. It's been a pretty good fight so far. You do sweep, it does suck. There's not much we can do about that. We did kill the unit that was gonna make you raise up to the top. We'll keep you gorging out of freaking control, man. Should've put that at the top floor, that was dumb. Well, not like we really have any way of, you know, doing anything else here. Are you just gonna die? You're dead. You didn't even make it to my unit. Does Primordium go into dead units after being eaten? No. There's another unit pool for eaten units. So if a unit, including a morsel, gets eaten, they're not dead, they're not in the consumed pile, they're in the eaten pile. It's a completely different pile. So I understand the perils of production build. You put holdover on this and then you never have to worry about being ember drained ever again. You can just stack up lifesteal, multi-strike, whatever. But I think packed morsels, just for the, you know, just for the obvious, is probably the way to go. And then molded for reform, we could bring back more burnout units if we want, but do we really need to? Could just get another draft and then upgrade it and then just keep molding it back. But I don't know, another molded could be okay. Kind of a mix bagged clan build here if we can make it work. Apply endless to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. Okay, so I like both of these. Light's Gift, if we play this at the top floor, I should say if we play our champion and a Gorger on the top floor, then the damage shield will never be removed until Relentless. That's a good way of stacking up just an absurd amount of damage shield. However, Votive Key is also extremely good because you can apply Endless to a unit and they'll live for a long time. Like, what happens if you were to put Endless on Primordium and then try to get them killed? You can just keep resummoning it and keep getting the Gorge bonuses over and over and over again. I feel like this is a little bit more interesting, especially if we can get Extinguish units and whatnot. Right now we only really have a draft, but even the draft coming back, it's a 40 times 2 and we wouldn't have to worry about molding it. If we play an imp and let the imp die, and by imp I mean morsel, we could just let it come back into our hand with Endless. It'll cost us a draw, but there's some interesting stuff there. I kind of feel like Endless is more interesting, and somehow maybe we can make our maybe somehow we can make our Primordium like super endless. Like, we play him on the top floor, he gorges twice, he dies on the third turn, he comes back, we play him in the back, and then we get more gorging out of him. I feel like it could work, and I'm not, like, in my head, I'm not thinking this is gonna come back and bite me in the butt, but it probably is, because the dregs are gonna come back too. Purchase spell, get an upgraded version later. We had 2 moldeds, a third one is probably unnecessary. You can take a mold, actually, we don't need it. Since one of our units is gonna be coming back every turn because it's endless, you can keep that. I shouldn't have added it, but, you know, I added it before we saw the relic. Excavation Eruption. I will need some energy to play that, but we'll upgrade it to make it cost cheaper in the future. It is super expensive right now, though, admittedly. So you're gonna do 10 damage on blow up. So I think that actually does blow, because I was gonna put you in the front. I could still do that, so watch this. You're gonna go in the front, and you're gonna be endless. You're gonna go in the back. And then we're gonna get Primordium again, and then he's gonna go into the front and get eaten again. And he's just gonna get eaten turn after turn after turn. So Paraffin Thug does need an upgrade soon too. Okay, the first unit you play is gonna have Endless. I want Paraffin Thug to have Endless. Oh, there's no room for morsels! Also, he doesn't have Endless! You idiot! We don't have random reform. We have targeted reform. We can play all of our minions, I'm realizing. There's our excavation eruption. This is why I wanted to keep getting that one energy morsel out there, because now I actually do have the ability to kill everything. I really want you to get a kill. You can't. So I could just ice the entire floor. And it ices you. Okay, look, I'm a little sorry for that. I do apologize. We did get a rubble morsel, though. Now, I kind of hate that you are dying, because that you're getting eaten, because if you get eaten, you're gonna go into the eaten pile instead of the consume pile, which means you're not gonna be able to be molded. But, you know, if that happens, it is what it is. I'm just gonna keep giving you damage shield. I really don't want to play the dregs if they just come back in my hand, because it's gonna cost me card draw. You're gonna die! It's the perfect turn for this. Okay. So we'll mold back the thug, who's now gonna be a 25-8. We got another mold coming up. I wouldn't mind him being endless and being replayed every turn, though. So we're gonna play. Oh, you're gonna ice both these units when they move up. We're gonna play you. You're dying. Oh no! We're gonna play you. We'll have energy next turn plus another damage shield. And then the drag will get played. And then we'll just damage shield up in order to keep you alive, so you're gonna get a kill. And you died, but you know what? We'll bring you back later with another mold. Sorry, you were actually endless, which is probably a little bit better. I would like I think the draft to die so that they can come back with more burnout over and over and over again. Primordium's in our hand because, as expected, they did in fact get killed. And we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna play Primordium first to make sure they're endless, but we're not gonna let them die. We are gonna put a morsel body blocker up so that they'll get eaten now, but then die later, but then come back to be replayed to be eaten more. This seems great. This seems like it's working just fine, and I kinda like it. You are actually making it up because we only do 40 times 2 damage though. So honestly, a plink hitting the right unit here means that we get 2 kills. Perfect. So we do need 1 morsel to tank a hit, and then we might as well just give you, you know, more health or more damage shield. The damage shield raw is probably a little bit better. Why are you dying? You're dying because you explode on death. Should have done it a little bit differently, but your Primordium's living, and that's the important part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're doing 22 damage. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Umbra Morsel, Draft, Paraffin Thug. Paraffin Thug's getting a kill. I love getting this extra cash. And then, oh hey look, Paraffin Thug. Welcome aboard. Now we don't mind Primordium dying next turn because there's so much forethought in this run right now. Primordium next turn will be the last turn for being eaten. The Trusted Priest will move up, die, explode, do 1 damage on death, kill Primordium, they'll go into my draw pile, we'll play him again, and we'll get 3 more turns of Gorging out of him, which means that eventually this Crucible Warden is gonna be a freaking like 90 times 2 minion, which is pretty good. Should have given shield to Primordium. I don't care about Primordium dying. We need Primordium to die. Ain't eaten units with Endless return to hand. No, because they didn't die. They got eaten. Endless is when this unit dies or is eaten. What? Did they change it? Well, now I have to know. Now I have to try to get him to get eaten in order to see what happens. I had no idea. What? When this unit dies or is eaten, return its card to the top of the draw pile. I don't think it used to work this way. I think Endless did not apply on Eaton, but if it does, then this is absurdly easy. I just put you in the back and never have to touch you. So I think I might be overthinking this to an absurd degree, which, you know, it's fair. Have I played a unit this turn? Yes. Yeah, now we just need to buff it and then let it gorge. Let it gorge, let it gorge. Okay, I think we're gonna bring back the draft. You're burning out in one hit, but you're getting a kill, which is actually perfect. And then we'll put the draft behind you. And we might as well reform again. I mean, if we bring back a morsel, I think it'll get eaten, but, you know, let's just bring back a dreg. Do some damage. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit, because I actually do want to see if you will go into like the draw pile. I think I'll be able to tell if it works, because I should just be able to like pause it. In fact, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down all the way. So you are dying. We should try to get a Paraffin Thug kill out of this though, just in case we can. So we'll put you in the back, and you're burning out, so it's not gonna work. Nah, but still. All right, let's see. Eat. Eat. We killed him too fast. But still, I'm really interested in that idea. Okay. I will say, I think I was correct earlier though. It's not a morsel, so this will not work on Primordium. This will not work on Primordium. And this is just, oh god. This is just not really what we're looking for, Harvest. Devourer of Death. Although it's a free card, it's a free unit we can play too. And it'll just blow up and do AoE. We do need some AoE. So I might just take it just to have something that is Extinguish, something that'll work with molds. Or we could just, you know, duplicate morsels. We don't need to duplicate Primordium, we could just duplicate morsels. So you know what? I'll take a Shroud Mitosis. I think we take a Morsel Maker too, that seems like a pretty good call. Lady of the House is a good burnout tank. Alloyed Construct. I mean, it's a great unit, but our unit is already better. And if we make this guy large, he's way better than the Alloyed Construct. Doesn't require fuel. I do like the Morsel Maker though. Free morsels. Which capacity is that? Capacity. We would be way over capacity, at least until we drew the Space Prism. I think I'm gonna do it though. Like, that's a great card to have. But we don't need it. But we don't need the Lady of the House either. I don't know, I'll take a Morsel Maker and then we'll go capacity. We would need one more capacity upgrade to guarantee the playability of Morsel Maker Primordium and the Crucible Collector Warden guy, but otherwise, I don't know, I think this is okay. Need some draw. I mean, we do need draw, but I think it's more important to get the capacity first. So spell upgrades. We need Excavation Eruption to be cheaper. We need a whole bunch of stuff to be better. Let's just go this way. I know there's some good options there, but we haven't upgraded spells yet. Damage Shield. I don't think we need Damage Shield. I think we just want like better plinks, cheaper excavation. We do have the money for it. Like, we could put double stack on a Prismal Dust, but we'd have to put -1 cost on it, so it gets doubled again at the appropriate value. Give me a reroll. Remove Consume. Space Prism, maybe? No, we only need to play this once, really. It's gonna take too long to come back around, and we have plinks and excavation eruptions. We don't need more packed morsels. Let's just keep upgrading these plinks. Excavation eruption can get cheaper. And then can we get plus 10 health? No, but we can get 20 attack. And again, if Endless does work on Primordium, this is what we want. So I will purge maybe 2 cards, save the rest of the cash. You know what? No, we can save the rest of the cash now. Can we stack infinite dust on Primordium? I didn't take the upgrade, but otherwise you could. All right, these units, they do 8 pyre damage, which is not a lot, and they have 1 HP, which is not a lot. Porcupine, Light Harnesser, gain 3, Clip Defender. 2 damage each, 8 damage to the pyre if you don't hit them. And great plink targets. So I think it's actually beneficial to do this, honestly, especially if you get the plink, which you didn't, but hey, you never know, maybe you would. Bum, 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 bum. If we get Paraffin Thug next turn, we'd have to play him up here in order to play the Morsel Maker. This is not a great turn for us. However, I still think you go Primordium at the top. Except he's gonna die. Unless you play all of your Prismal Dust on him. You could use him to buff Morsel Maker. You know what? We could. And then if Primordium gets eaten, he'll come back to us, right? Like, this should work, in theory. And then we'll build up this floor for just random crap, and we'll just give you 1 damage shield. But in theory, even if Primordium dies and we don't draw the Crucible Warden, which we did, and we're gonna play him, we could have played... Oh, I can't kill the Loot Collector. We could have played it similarly, but elsewhere. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about things. Paraffin Thug, you gotta go out. You gotta go out. You should go out, you should go out. Why am I not playing you guys at the bottom? The answer, I don't know. I should. Okay, it took another 12 damage. We're at the point where you guys are dying? Yes. So let's see what happens with Primordium. Either he goes into my draw pile or he doesn't. Regardless, I can still Shroud Mitosis and get some good, value up here. I'd very much like Paraffin Thug to get a kill. It's gonna happen. Shroud Mitosis. Plink, 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 plinko. Shroud Mitosis. We want the HP to be duped. I kind of just want you two to get out of my deck. Dong, 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 dong. Word Gurg says, I love the -1 cost change on X cards. The thing is, it makes sense, but I guess they just never thought about implementing it. And Primordium came back to me. This must be a change that they made after I played Primordium last, or maybe like a couple of times ago when I played Primordium, because I'm pretty sure I tried this before and it didn't work. But it's real cool that it does work. So if you have the capacity on the Crucible Warden's floor, which we would if I played things slightly differently, then you could just keep playing him over and over again and keep getting the bonuses from him over and over again until Relentless. That's amazing and wonderful, and I love it. And it sounds freaking cool. I certainly hope to be trying that out a little bit more in the future. We can just put a Train Steward out, it'll block everything. Bong, 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 bong. And then what do you do with Plinks? I don't know, nothing. Nothing's even getting a kill here. We might be able to get a kill. Nope. We gotta get one more hitting the Clip Defender on the left. Regardless, we'll put out a, Actually, if we put out you, you'll tank all the damage and still get eaten. That's beautiful. Zah! And I know Primordium's not getting gorged by the the Crucible Warden, but I guess we don't really need him to be gorged by the Crucible Warden. Yo, these are good plinks. You're dying! It's okay, you'll be okay. You're all dying too. I got one of them. And you're living! That's beautiful! And you're getting a kill! And now the Morsel Excavator is also getting a kill. And he's endless. He'll come back into my hand. Oh, that's a negative. Yeah, okay. That's a bit of a negative. He will be coming back and he's gonna cost me draw. Yep, there he is. All right, so we probably should get card draw. It's starting to feel like that will end up being quite important. We're gonna get one more Primordium at the very least. Can mold back like a Train Steward or Dreg. You do need this. You know what? We should have played the draft with Endless, because you're just gonna get Endlessified and you'll be drawn again. That was dumb. Also, should not have played you, because then we could have gotten a kill with the Paraffin Thug. I'm so dumb. My God. Oh hey, there's Primordium. I don't think this is gonna change much. Okay, so it went from doing 80 damage to 372. I guess it changed a lot. How did it change that? Oh, because now, instead of 12 HP, he's gonna have more than 12, which means he's gonna survive an attack and lifesteal it over and over again. And you know what? 146 damage. This is so weird, but it's like totally working. And I'll be honest with you, Feast works because we can feast and get the Primordium killed faster. And if we make this holdover, we can double gorge Primordium every turn. It seems like a great card. It seems like it's working. Endless, Extinguish, draw one. So I actually think Votavary is a great card. It already has Endless, so if we want, we can play Votive Key with it to negate that effect. Add a copy to your discard pile. Hold on to it. I really don't care about that card right now. There really needs to be an option for leave it. Like, leave it, leave it, leave it. Okay. Card removal, spell upgrades, or unit upgrades. I think we need unit upgrades. I think we really need unit upgrades. Large Stone. Crucible Warren is very good with Large Stone. I was also thinking Votavary, weirdly enough. It turns the Votavary into a zero-cost, endless tank. And honestly, if you put Primordium on the Votavary floor, it's not that bad. But you gotta admit, Crucible Warden having 35 times 260 is pretty good. It keeps them alive until the gorging can actually occur. So we'll do that. And then 25 health. Believe it or not, I do think it's good on the Votavary, but I also think it's good on Paraffin Thug to get him a little bit tankier. And then plus 10 attack. Honestly, I'm just gonna dump that on the Morsel Man. Multi-strike, that's what I was looking for Paraffin Thug. Burnout 1. Honestly, I think that is good for the Votavary because now we can give them health and they will always die every turn. Which is not always, well no, it is always what you want because you never mind Votavary dying. If they die, whatever. They come back, you play them, they're at full health. And honestly, now that I think about it, if I give you 3 damage shield, literally every turn you burn out and you come back and you tank 4 hits. Is this like a really good run? Have I accidentally stumbled into something amazing? Trap Shoot is not a gilded card. All right, tell you what. Could also be good to dump the Crucible Warden to the bottom, but then again, if we leave them at the top, if we put them at the top, we'll have more time for gorging them. Spell Shield 2. I'm gonna say 150 coins. It's not that much coin. Let's think about it. So our attack spells are Plinks and Excavation. How much health do you have? 95. What I'm concerned about is not having lots of AoE crowd control type of situations that we can use to deal with these guys. We got dregs and that's about it. You know, we got a draft with multi-strike, a Paraffin Thug with multi-strike, Crucible Warren with multi-strike. That's about it. Admittedly, on the top floor, we can't output a lot of damage. It would essentially mean that the Plinks and the Excavation Eruptions are completely useless, though. But it's not that bad. I mean, you know, we can still kill a lot of things pretty easily. You know what? 150 gold. I do believe we can do it. It is going to suck, but if that big guy is on his own, we can still punch at him with the Plinks and Excavation Eruptions. It just means we gotta use our units a little bit more correctly and reliably. So, you know, Primordium, we want you to have Endless. You'll get played. At this point, big guy is iced as long as we get Paraffin Thug out. So, you get Paraffin Thug out. Can't play Morsel Maker, whatever. We're gonna play a Dregged Tank. And we're like already loving life. This is exactly what we want. And I'll be honest with you, I think you just plink a few times just to see if you can get something out of it. You're getting 2 kills. I don't want to touch this at all. Could have worked. Can we get rid of Train Stewards? Yeah, because we have targeted mold, huh? Your HP is not going to matter. You're going to get screwed. And honestly, there you go. Now you're not even dying. So we just let Primordium die over and over again and we'll be good. Mold. Dreg? Why not? We have the energy to play everything, so we'll probably start with the Plink, see if we can get a kill. Hey, at least all of their spell shield was gone. And then mold back a Dreg. A Dreg will die if I play it. And it will have Endless. Why did I make the Train Steward Endless? I gotta remember that. It's an important part of this. Make sure you don't make that guy endless. Who do I want to make endless? The draft, because we're not gonna mold for a while. So play the draft first. Then you can play the drag. And then honestly, you can play another drag. We're getting the kill with Paraffin Thug. That's amazing. And oh hey, Primordium is endless. Don't forget the Chromatic Dust Primordium. It doesn't matter. I don't have the Primordium that applies status effects. This is just raw damage Primordium with multi-strike Crucible Warden, 95 times 269. He's getting pogged out of this world. And we're okay with it. And we are okay with it. Give me a Packed Morsel. You're not taking any damage, but I would like to give you a little bit more HP. We played Primordium, so we should go all out with units on this turn, because nothing is coming back. So play the Train Steward, play the Train Steward, play the Dreg, play the minions, play the other minion. You know, get them into the consume/death pile, because it doesn't matter what they do. 115 times 2, my god. Still not gonna reform anytime soon, so the draft is gonna be played. 2, 6, you're gonna do 9 damage, not even nearly enough to kill me. And I believe Paraffin Thug is getting 2 kills, that's 40 gold. 40 gold! It's gold, dirty gold. And, you know, just to show you that I was correct about the morsels not applying to Primordium, even though I was wrong about other things. I'll keep the card, why not? You love it, you love to see it. Now you do have stealth, GT Quark, thank you for the resub for 16 months. I appreciate it. You do have 8 stealth, but Crucible Warden is very good against stealth and doing 150 damage a turn next turn, so I think you'll be okay. In fact, I could feast, but it feels like it doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know. Play that. Feast. They've been added to the top of the draw pile. You're doing more damage. Play a dreg. Dun, dun, dun. And hey, we got Votavary. Took a while, but we got him. We don't need Primordium to be endless anymore. We can make the draft endless, and the draft being endless means that they will, they'll come back next turn. We could also play Primordium down here to buff, but I think we should just play the draft. Play the draft, make it endless. Play Primordium up here. When it dies, it doesn't matter. Play a Magma Morsel. Votavary, might as well go out. Tank a hit. Not a great floor, but, you know. This floor is pretty straightforward, I think. I love that Votavary. I really do. It's a shame we drew it as like our last card, but we gotta thin out the deck a little bit. Trigger with Eaton. No, one of those, if we can hold over it, is fine. We don't need Grovel for damage shield, we have enough. We don't need Ember Forge, we have enough energy for the most part. Gain 1 energy for friendly unit death. On death add. Remove all debuff and buff effects. That would actually be very good for the final Seraph fight, but the sap's not gonna matter. We're gonna have so much damage it doesn't matter at all. That would be good if we had the Primordium that did apply status effects, because then we could purge the dozens of or hundreds of sap that's going to get applied, but we don't need it. 0, add a copy to your discard pile. It's not the worst card. But yeah, we definitely don't need those cards. We're not getting debuffed. The enemy's not really getting buffed that much. Remove 2 cards and duplicate a card? What the heck do you duplicate in this deck? Excavation Eruption? I mean, it's not bad. Another Votavary as a damage shield is actually, like, perfectly acceptable too. The next shop is gonna have an absurd amount of cash in it. Let's start by getting rid of the Train Stewards. And then dupe. Dupe a draft? Dupe a Crucible Warden? We do have like a floor with nothing on it. So a second Crucible Warden is probably okay. And that way we can have a Crucible Warden with Morsel Maker on it, backed up by a backline Paraffin Thug. Sure. Why not? It also increases our probability of drawing him on the first turn with Primordium. Because there's 2 of them. Doubles the odds, I think. I'd hope. Told you. So you get played. You get played. You get played. Feast once, might as well. And then we have a Dreg who we don't care if they die. You guys do need to die. But that's kind of what the Excavation Eruption is for. I could also play it here for guaranteed kills. I think I'm okay with that. We got a lot of energy now. And then we can start with you. And then when you die endless, you can be played here for the next phase. I love it. Now, we don't have any morsels, but one of those guys is dying on this turn, which is lovely. We got to kill him on the bottom floor so that we get rid of the weight of contritions and whatnot. But I needed the energy to play all the things I needed to play. So Primordium's going out. Paraffin Thug can't go out. Well, not down here anyways, because there's no freaking capacity for it. But he can go here and then give me a Give me a Space Prism up here, and then Purge 5 damage, Purge 3 damage. Let's Purge 5 damage. So now he's just gonna wound them as they go up. Trap shoot. If I trap shoot the Absolver, then we get a turn without him, which I think is pretty good. I think we should also plink. Yeah, it has a chance of getting a more scale. Fair enough. Yeah, purge him, that way he will have 2 turns of no Scourge card. And you know what's the best thing about this Primordium? He's free whenever he gets played. So, like, really doesn't matter that he goes out at all. Molded. If I play a unit, it's gonna have Endless. I might as well try to play an Imp, you know? 6, 7. Still 20 gold. It's gonna screw with our draw, but, you know, these damage shield Crucible Wardens are getting the job done, let's be honest. You're both dead. You're not both dead, and you're taking some damage, huh? Well, stop that from happening. Oh, we're not quite getting a kill. It's so close. Dude, where the heck is my Votavary? It's like the heaviest card in this freaking deck. WordGurg says, Endless on Primordium is crazy. I don't think it used to be that way. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm pretty sure I tried this before and it didn't work. But I will fully admit that I could be very wrong about that. Okay, I hate that you're not getting the kills now, but, you know, we're 1 wave remaining. So I'm just gonna... I mean, honestly, if I play 2 dregs, I can purge them, but I want to get the Votavary. Because Votavary is a very interesting card. Oh, and we should have had 1 capacity at the bottom for the Votavary. As is, I'm gonna have to play you here and then draw you next turn. Except it's not gonna matter, because we do 400 damage every turn. Add a copy to your discard pile. It is free. Okay, play the Votavary. Play damage shield, HP, and then plus damage. If the Votavary gorges, I'm pretty sure that will stay with them when they come back, by the way. So I'm pretty sure, even though they're gonna burn out, they'll remain, they'll keep the +4 damage. I was not paying attention to this floor, but that's like half of your health just gone. Yeah, now they're at 10-6, so we can just let them gorge if we really want to. Let's make sure we purge. There's no room for you! You're a 59 times 284! I screwed you up! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry. Oh, you're a burnout unit. I don't know why I even brought you back. Whatever. I'm sorry. I really don't want you to get gorged, so... I mean, free mold. You're gonna have burnout 1. That's not that good. I was really hoping to try to get more gold out of this, but we do have 745 gold and trample. or multi-strike Ember Drain. Oh man. Give me the trample. We don't need capacity. We can get by with what we have. And if we don't need capacity, we should get draw to get through the deck faster, because there's specific cards that we want to get to. Energy is not that bad. Excavation Eruption can get us a burst if we need it. Nothing's that expensive. Do we want to upgrade units? No. Not at all. Remove consume, cost 1 more. So I think I am actually gonna upgrade the Space Prism. I think having this shuffle around the deck is pretty good because we can build up one super floor with the endless units that we actually have coming back around. I think it's not that bad of an idea. Double stack. And honestly, I think we should just like start stacking up things like this because, you know, we have the energy, we have the money for it. Like plus 10 magic power. All right, well, we'll make this plink now do another 14 damage. We have just like infinite money. And status effects, no. Wait, why did... I gotta look at something. How come this is giving you plus 10 HP? Oh, why is this giving you plus 10 HP? Hold on, logbook. I thought you would be a 3/3 with status effects, hold on. Hold on. Oh no, you go for longer on Stalwart Snack. I thought it was attack, health, status effects, but it's actually attack, length, health, and status effects, which is different than what I thought it was. But we don't care about length at all. We don't have the option, but we wouldn't because we want the gorging to happen as quickly as possible so that you come back over and over and over and over and over again for the plus 40. But we don't care about the status effects due to the sap. The sap wouldn't be that bad, but this is really what we're going for. We're going for the raw damage. The more damage we deal, the faster we kill things. And the faster we kill things, the happier we are. So I'm gonna save a little bit of cash in case I don't take the combat option. Armor 20. Sounds good to me. Armor 20. You do 20 damage, don't you, Mr. Paraffin-Thog? Yeah, but I think it's still worth doing. This should not be that bad. We can play spells now. And ideally we just get... Oh, we didn't! We did not get him! But I was gonna say, ideally we would get our good unit for the top floor. However, we can still play a draft at the top, even though it's like real not great, and Crucible Warden will still fit. But the one buff, the one gorge will occur on the draft. I don't know, I'm trying to think about this and I'm like, how are we gonna make this work? It is 6 damage shield. Do we play you at the top or do we play you at the middle now? There's some consideration that happens here now. Because we didn't draw one of our 2 units on the first turn. One of our 2 super gorgers. The plink doesn't even have like a great chance of killing. It has to hit the same enemy twice. We need Excavation Eruption because it will, oh, you know what? It will not kill in 1 hit. You do 60 damage. These guys will not live unless I play Primordium. Primordium and then have it keep coming back over and over again with Endless and Reform, but these guys won't have Endless because I gotta put the Endless on Primordium. This is a very unfortunate situation. I think I'm gonna start with a plink though. Oh my god, it worked. That changes things so much. Because now one of these units will live if I play it. So what's the 40 buff? Crucible Warden will go to 75 times 2 next turn. That's 150 damage. Can we do 40 damage to the front enemy unit? Yeah, but we need to do another 20 as well. I guess that's what the... This will apply 0 damage shield. So it's gotta be dregs in the front to tank, which is still okay. And then we can do the extra 40 damage. So, I mean, this is gonna be very awkward, but I think what you do is you Primordium. We can play a morsel just to play the morsel, but we might wanna play it just to tank hits. I think we do ignore the bottom floor weirdly enough, and we just start up here so that maybe we can buff these units somehow. Or just kill the enemy units, I suppose. So we'll play Paraffin Thug behind the Giraffe. And we'll give the Giraffe a damage shield and Purge a Drag. That's fine. So there's a Crucible Warden, you gotta get played. But we don't need to play you with Endless. We can also guarantee another Feast this turn, which means that you will have not 75 times 2, you'll have 111 times 2 when this guy moves up, so we'll be much better off. Now you're currently dying. One of any unit in front of you will keep you alive. I think we'll go for just like a crummy Dreg. But I am trying to think, I'm like, wouldn't we just rather have like the Morsel Maker out as like a secondary blocker for the Paraffin Thug? The problem is I don't see us killing the Shadewing unless we get a Excavation Eruption or extremely lucky with another Plink, but we can't if we're gonna play the Morsel Maker because we don't have the energy for it. We could keep the Giraffe alive for this turn, but then it'll just burn out, so I'm not afraid to let it go. But we don't need endless. We do not need Endless on the Crucible Warden. We can skip that. So I think we should honestly put the Morsel Maker out. It'll block a little bit. It's gonna be hard to play units on this floor after next turn, but I think we'll do it anyways. You'll be Endless, and then you go out, and then you'll Feast, and then we can put out a Dreg to tank a hit, and now you're gonna burn out, and then enter. So yeah, oh, he has a 115 HP! You're dead, you're both dead. Oh, lovely. I didn't see that at all. I ran the math too, 75 plus 40 is 115, but I didn't run the math of the Gilded Wing. We brought him down to exactly lethal. That's amazing. And there's a Votavary. We like the Votavary. Votavary is a good unit. Now we just need the capacity on this floor again. But that's okay. We'll play the... You're gonna have Endless anyways. We'll start with the Crucible Warden. We'll play the Votavary because it's free. We'll mold back a Giraffe because that's a very good mold pick. We'll play the Packed Morsels to get some morsels, and then it'll be... Giraffe. You might as well tank for that guy because you're gonna burn out next turn. And then we'll give you some HP. And then this stuff is going into the crap pile? No, give yourself a little bit of lifesteal for the next turn. And then we got a Plink remaining. There you go. Capacity would be nice, but we can work around the capacity limitations that we have. Also, I don't think I should have made this guy Endless. He's too expensive, and he takes up capacity. So instead, Primordium, Votavary, you're gonna tank everything, die, and then tank again next turn. Your job is just to tank, and you're a great tank. Also, there's an insane amount of damage coming out on this floor. What? There's no Mitoses to Shroud. There is, however, a Trap Shoot. You're both dead when you make it up. You're not dead. You're all gonna hit the pyre, huh? I'd prefer if you didn't. Good God, there's a lot of enemies coming up. Really need that Excavation Eruption and Trample. That's me. Back. That's just gonna bring back a Dreg. I think you'd try to go for a Plink play. If you do, it's gonna be down here, but it could hit one of the Wilt Wings in the front and give you a morsel. Okay, so we got one. But now we can Shroud Mitoses the morsel. We could do it up here. And then we could just like trap shoot the steel wings. Actually, that's you're dazed. I was gonna say that's good, and it would be if you could get the kill on this guy. I'm okay taking 10. You know, we could just descend the shade wings down here, but the problem is we're not really killing them. If I descend the steel wings, we're gonna have to spend 2 attacks killing the gilded wings, so you're gonna get through, because you're dazed, Primordium. So, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I think we start just with the Shroud Mitoses. We say no to the Morsel Maker. Something might be endless. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. We should mold back something if we're not doing anything else with the turn. You know, just tank some damage. And then what do you trap shoot? Because if you trap shoot the Gilded Wing, yeah, it's gonna go down to the bottom and not make it all the way up and hit your pyre, but we gotta find a way of dealing with that. I suppose we will eventually with the trample, so you know what? Let's assume that the trample, which is here, is gonna give us all that we need to deal with these enemies. Because at that point, we are gonna have like a 200 times 2 damage unit that's just gonna get stronger every turn by 80 damage. So that feels like it's pretty good. Now, Excavation Eruption. We could get a whole lot of energy in this turn, but we don't need it. All we need to make sure of is that we have the energy to play the Umbra Stone. And admittedly, we do need to guarantee that. So I think I will just play it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 23. Yeah, it's guaranteed to give us 2 energy back. So we'll play it here. And then honestly, let's play the Votivary, because we don't want to play any other units. You're tanking everything, which is exactly what we wanted you to do. You're great. Wonderful, thank you. Put the capacity up, put the trample up, and then these 2 units. Can I keep you alive? 1, 2, you're gonna take 30 damage. No, you're dead. But you're coming back with 60 health. Just put you up to die. Weirdly enough, Memorial Fund would be okay here. I love the animation of him getting hit as his head goes down to the ground and he's like, oh, I never noticed that before. It's so sad. Anyways, there's Feast. I suppose we should just do it, right? Now you do more damage and hopefully you'll kill more, faster, better, harder, stronger. And then you should be played. You should be played. Are we getting a kill? You're dying, you're dying, you're burning out. We're getting a kill with the Paraffin Thug. Thug is here. He's getting kills too. Blink. Let's go. Mold. Do I want to mold anything? I don't really care about molding back a dreg. At this point, we do so much damage and we have so much damage shield with our unit that nothing's getting through us. Can we get Primordium to feast again? I don't think so, because there's no feast in hand. It's gonna take 1 turn for here, 1 turn for here, and he'll be up here, and then he's not gonna do anything. So should we make anything endless? You know, that's a giant question mark. You should definitely go out to tank. You're endless. You might as well go out. And you might as well go out, right? For the gorging? I mean, every gorge is a damage shield. That seems pretty good. You know, I should have let 1 morsel die. That way we could always bring it back with the Shroud Mitosis. Birdgurg says, nothing is as good as the death sound from that Sphinx guy from Spelunky 2. You mean the weird centaur? It's a great sound. You think we can get you a kill? I really don't want you to be endlessified, but I mean, we can bring back a morsel, but there's not gonna be any capacity on this floor now that I think about it. So, I don't know. Look, I doubt you're getting a kill. Just, like, apply 6 damage shield. You're dead in, like, 2 turns. We killed your friend, too. Multi-strike Ember Drain. That is a good card. If you can freeze it, you can keep it forever, and we're gonna go the path of spell upgrades. Admittedly, also, Feast is good, because then we can Gorge more. And if we trigger the Gorge more, then we can get Primordium replayed faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, right? I think Feast, weirdly enough, is a good card for us. Stealth 2? We don't need Stealth 2. We don't need Reform. We don't need another Votavary. The Votavary we have is the heaviest card ever. I think we're gonna skip these. We don't care about Stealth because we're gonna obliterate Seraph within 4 turns. It doesn't matter if we have, you know, only 10 damage shield. That's gonna be enough. So we're gonna go for the spell upgrades because we need them more than unit upgrades. Our units are pretty much pog. Gain 5 gold. Grant +3 burnout. That's very good. Deal 3 damage. Stewards. When you play your first morsel unit, draw 1 card. I really like that. Now we're spending a lot of money on these, but it's kind of acceptable. So now I wish I had taken the multi-strike card because we could just freeze it and play it right on Relentless. But we can also freeze Shroud Mitoses and then play it whenever we have a good morsel to Mitos. And then we'll upgrade a Plink. We'll make something cheaper. It's probably gonna be the Mitos. Reroll. Holdover. That seems good. I've already gone past Purge costs, unfortunately. I'm also gonna upgrade Umbra Stone to make it cheaper. It only saves us 1 energy, but it's worth playing. So I'm like, what if you just feast forever? Full feast build. We could get Space Prism. More capacity. But I think you just go full feast build. And every time you feast, you get closer to Primordium getting eaten. And every time Primordium gets eaten, you replay it. And if you replay it, you eat more. I don't know, sounds good to me. We did not get our ideal turn 1 draw, unfortunately, but we should still be okay. As for capacity, we're gonna play everything. I think we want the capacity here so that we have more opportunity to play units. We don't really care that much about the we do care about the morsels up here, so we want to be able to play 1 more morsel. All right, I'm gonna play that there. I'm also gonna play Thug, the Maker, the Dreg, the Packed morsels. Ooh, a +5/+5. Rare pack. Oh, right! No! We wanted that card! Oh, man. All right, well, you know. It is what it is. And there's our bonus morsel. So there's a lot of stuff being played there. Really should have played the morsel first now that I think about it, but that's okay. You're dying as soon as I play the Crucible Warden, so I'm not worried about this at all. Are we gonna play anything else for Endless? No. I don't want these units to be endless. So now you're dying, you're gonna Gorge out of control. Damage shield seems like a very good call here, and then just a couple of crap dregs. It does consume, but you know, this is just temporary gain until we get back on our feet. I would like it if you didn't kill all of my morsels though. I feel like this floor is a little bit screwed though, considering how I played it. Playing the Morsel Maker means I'm not gonna have the capacity for anything else. Shrug. Okay, Umberstone. Essentially, you have to get played. Now, you can mold back a crappy Dreg. We can Plink and likely get some value out of it, some good value out of it. And we have Votavary, which needs to get played, and you're a good tank. So we're gonna start with Crucible Warden. Honestly, I'm gonna let you get toasted so I can have more capacity on the floor. You're already dead. And I can't keep you alive. All right, well. I guess that's why you're coming back. Maybe I should just let these units die and then not bring them back, because that would help me. Also, you don't have Burnout 1, you have Burnout 3 now. It's still okay. I'm not that worried. Wow, you're taking 46 damage, huh? That's okay, we can feast you on this turn. Start here. Gain 1 energy. You know what? Fair enough. I don't want the energy this turn, so I'm not gonna play that. Add a copy to your discard pile. I really do not like this card. Should have removed it so it doesn't copy itself. Apply Daze 2. I could just Daze you, because everything else is fine. As soon as I play Morsels, you'll be okay, I think. You have how many damage shields? 1, because you're not burning out, right. This combustible wax has kind of destroyed my Votavary. I guess if I bring back the Morsel Maker, it'll live for 4 turns, which will buff the Crucible Warden. He's currently living with 10 HP. You know, you have Burnout 4, you'll generate a lot of minions, and then we can give you a couple of damage shields, and then we have enough energy next turn, and then we might as well daze you so you can't kill me. And then you guys are dying, but you know what, whatever. No floor matters if it's not the top floor right now. The only floor that matters is the top floor. That's it. What do I care about anything else? Spoilers, I don't. Feast. I should have feasted on you, maybe. Should have feasted on you. I don't know, bring back the multi-strike, seems like a pretty good idea. Votavary, multi-strike, Dreg. You are taking 47. Sure. Should probably try to kill the minions who are removing my damage shield at the top. This is when we would love that stun on the top floor. Whatever it's called. I got something out of it. Are you living? You're dying. We drew Primordium off of the draw! That's amazing! I didn't even think about that. That's the moral of this run. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Wait, I really didn't think about that, did I? Oh, that's amazing. I didn't think about that. That's amazing. I didn't think about that. We play a Morsel and we draw Primordium because it goes on the top of our draw pile because it has Endless, and it died. So guess what? Feast. Morsel. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot! That's okay, because we can just reform him, and he'll live for 4 turns. He got consumed. Oh no! Oh right, because by playing a Morsel, I applied Endless to the Morsel or a unit before that. Oh, I screwed it up. I screwed it up. I screwed it up. But luckily, I mean, you are a 400 times 291 HP minion. I think we'll actually be pretty okay. But that was unfortunate. That was a little unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, Excavation Eruption will go out. Get some energy back. Kill you, kill you. You didn't think this through, did you? I was just so excited to get a free Primordium on the turn, and I was gonna like combo the feasts into one another. It didn't work that way. You know what we need? Wretch. We need a Wretch. All right, give me a mold. Bring back a morsel maker. We still want to buff you as much as possible. Yo! That's a great turn. We're gonna win because of just the ridiculousness of the Crucible Ward that we have up there. But it could have been better. Oh yeah, great, great. Well, we can bring back a Crucible Ward, I guess. Can I fit one of those? No, I can't. So, I mean, you might as well tank, because that's like your job. Now you're dealing 158 damage. That's pretty good. If I played that here, I could have played the Paraffin Thug. The Paraffin Thug. The Paraffin Thug. Dun-dun-dun. As is, though, I will not be able to play anything here next turn because of the Morsel Maker. It's going to summon 2 morsels. In that case, we should play the Paraffin Thug now. And honestly, we should also play like a drag now. We should, yeah, we should stack up the floor. And we might as well stack up this floor too. One, 2, 3, 4, 4. Misplays happen. It's a good misplay because it's not gonna matter. Now, we are close to dying. You know, we're taking 36, which means that we are losing our damage shields, but that was kind of something that we understood was going to happen. The only question I have is, can I play something else? I can't. I wish I could. But a 400 times to 115 with some damage shields is good enough. Should Nada take, you know what it was? Mask of Penumbra. It screwed the Primordium loop because drawing Primordium after I played a morsel meant that if I played Primordium, it didn't have Endless. So if we had not taken this relic, we would have been able to continue the Primordium plays and probably get up to 600, 700 damage on our unit. But that's still pretty good. I was thinking maybe I could somehow go infinite and play Primordium every single turn, but honestly, we still would have been able to play Primordium every single turn because you get one standard eating, and then you get 2 eating from the feast cards that I had holdover. So that's 3 eatings, and he has buffet 3. So 2 feasts plus the turn end means we can play Primordium once a turn for plus 120 base damage plus, well, 9 base health. So we should definitely not have taken that trinket, and we shouldn't have worried about playing, you know, 1 Primordium every turn because we were already there. But still, it was a very fun run, and we've learned a few things about the endlessification of Primordium. I gotta say, this votive key, I've seen it on a couple of recent runs, and it's been quite fun. I do have to wonder though, monster, hold on, hello? But browser, yes, respond. Monster train patch notes. There's something going wrong with my computer right now. I don't know what it is. I want to see where the patch note is for endless eaten units. Is that like, text clarification. Oh God, ding. Hold on, show patch notes. Show. Because it wasn't, I should say, I don't believe it worked, but it actually sounds like it was a clarification that was made to the text and not actually like a gameplay change. So maybe it would have worked in the past, but I just assumed it didn't because it's like, well, obviously it's not gonna work because it was eaten and not gorged. So clarified that endless text works on eaten units too. It was part of the Herzl's Workshop update, the new one. The base 1.3.0 update on release. Very interesting. Wretch pulls from the eaten pile. That's understandable. Oh, wait. No. Endless now works on units that were eaten, was added in 1.2.4, which was released on September 1st. That is when, and that was in a beta, so that wasn't even the main branch. I think that was released on September 4th. But up to September 1st, you could not actually endless an eaten unit. However, they changed that on September 1st on the 1.2.4 version, 10363. That's when they changed it. That's why I thought Primordium wouldn't work, because I had probably done it before then. But it was changed, and now you can endless Primordium. Thank you, chat, for letting me know that. And that really helped to make this run really special. Anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.